Hi everyone, my name is Troy, or as I like to go by online, I'm Thirstywater, and this is the start of my brand new channel, Beef, Salt, and Thirsty Water. You see, I am a very successful YouTuber. I have another YouTube channel called Thirsty Water's Free Audiobooks, with countless untold millions and billions and trillions of subscribers. Well, maybe that was a little exaggerated. Okay, I'm not exactly the most successful YouTuber out there, but hey, I think it's fun. It's just a nice little hobby, and it's a good way to maybe giving me a chance to speak and say what's on my mind about the topic for this channel, which is carnivore. That's right, I've recently started the carnivore diet, which is something that I have found to be controversial. Not everyone accepts it, not everyone agrees with it, but hey, I feel so much better since I started it. I started back in June of this year, 2023, after doing some prolonged fasting before that. You see, I had a lot of body aches and pains and inflammation, and I wasn't diagnosed, but I'm quite sure I had some arthritis starting in my hip. Just the pains, like everything according to Dr. Google, all seemed to point to that. And anyways, and shoulder pain, back pain, hip. Well, like it was bad. I was in rough shape. I'm 45 and I felt like I was 95. It was awful. So I had to do something. I did some extended fasting, which helped a lot. And then I thought, well, I've done keto a number of years ago, the ketogenic diet. So I kind of veered into that. And I think we're into the May-ish time frame now. And so getting some more benefit from there and still doing the fasting. And then it was approximately, I don't know exactly when, call it June 1st, the beginning of June, approximately, was when I started carnivore. And for the carnivore purists, it's beef, salt, and water. Hence the name of my channel, Beef, Salt, and Thirsty Water. See what I did there? So I am not that strict. I don't pretend to be that strict, but it's a goal. It's something I'm working towards. I would say, what percentage am I carnivore? I don't know. Maybe 90-ish, something like that. I don't keep score. I do mostly beef, eggs, cook with beef tallow, salt, and water, plus some coffee and some tea, although never more than one a day, either coffee or tea. Mind you, it's a big one, but still, just the one day. And yeah, that's where I'm at. And I've followed some amazing carnivore YouTubers, ones like Dr. Anthony Chafee, Dr. Sean Baker, Dr. Ken Berry. I've listened to a couple of Dr. Ken Silas. I haven't really gotten into his yet, for no reason other than just there's so many good YouTubers out there that there's only so many hours in the day. Bella, the steak and butter gal, I've seen her on a carnivore documentary, and so that looks like she's got a very interesting channel. There's Dave Mack of at Zero Carb. He's also a funny YouTuber. I like him, and yeah, so I thought, well, why not start my own? Something that a lot of these people, like doctors and stuff, they'll talk about studies and stuff, and they'll link to studies sometimes, and people have their own discussions about their own anecdotes, their own lives, their own stories, interviews with other people's. I don't actually plan on interviewing anybody. I'm just a guy, and remember how successful my audiobook channel is? So yeah, what I want to do is I've got articles, I've got studies, I've got things that I want to read to you guys and give my comments on. That's the angle that I'm going to take on my channel. And we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's interesting. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. And so what better way to start than if I go, here, let me get, the screen recording didn't work. That's okay. I'll start it up now. And what I've got here is the Wikipedia article on the carnivore diet. Let's see how this goes. I think this will be interesting. The carnivore diet, also called a zero-carb diet, is a fad diet. Oh boy. they're already deriding it, is a fad diet in which only animal products such as meat, eggs, and dairy are consumed. The carnivore diet is associated with pseudo-scientific health claims. Well, let me just interject right here and say there are many real, actual studies that show benefit, so I don't know about the pseudo-scientific health claims. Anyways, carrying on, such a diet can lead to deficiencies of vitamins and dietary fiber and increase the risk of chronic diseases. I've got planned for a future video, we're going to talk about fiber. We're going to talk about fiber extensively rather. So not to worry about that. And increase the risk of chronic diseases. The lion diet is a highly restrictive form of the carnivore diet where only beef is eaten. So let's expand the history here. The idea of an exclusive meat diet can be traced to the German writer Bernhard Moncrief, author of The Philosophy of the Stomach, or An Exclusively Animal Diet in 1856, who spent a year living on only beef and milk. In the 1870s, Italian physician Arnaldo Cantani prescribed his diabetic patients an exclusive animal-based diet. In the 1880s, James H. Salisbury advocated a meat diet consisting of 2 to 4 pounds of lean beef and 3 to 5 pints of hot water daily for 4 to 12 weeks. It became known as the meat and hot water diet, or Salisbury diet. And Dr. Anthony Chaffee, he refers to the Salisbury diet a fair bit, and what Dr. Salisbury did, it's a specific way of grinding the meat. It's like ground beef, but it doesn't have any of the tendons, I believe, removed. It's just strictly beef and fat. None of the tendons, none of the ligaments, none of that other stuff. That's slightly hard to digest. And when you eat meat, Dr. Chaffee says you absorb somewhere in the neighborhood of 98% of what you eat. And if you do Salisbury steaks, then it's even 99% or something. It's even just that much more where your body just completely assimilates everything you eat. And there's very little goes to waste. And that will come up in the fiber talk. Anyways, where was I? Let's carry on. I was talking about Salisbury. In 2018, the carnivore diet was promoted on social media by former orthopedic surgeon Sean Baker, who has written a book titled The Carnivore Diet. Jordan Peterson and his daughter Michaela Peterson were also vocal adherents of this diet. Peterson and his daughter follow a strict type of carnivore diet termed the lion diet, in which only beef, salt, and Thirstywater are consumed. Lion diet, which became a viral fad on TikTok, is described by experts as being potentially very unhealthy. It is difficult to follow and unsustainable in the long term. Now, we'll talk about that in future videos as well. There's a lot that we're going to cover, so this will be great. I hope you stick around. I hope you subscribe, hit the like button, share it with your friends who might be interested in healing what ails them. We've got a lot to talk about, and it'll be fun. I'm going to try and make it fun and enjoyable for you guys. In April 2023, skeptic and neurologist Steven Novella described the carnivore diet as the latest fad diet to have achieved popularity. On account of its cost, Novella described the diet as one for select elites, adding what he said was a further unsavory aspect to its harmful and pseudoscientific basis. We'll see about that. Diet. People following a carnivore diet consume animal-based products, such as beef, pork, poultry, and seafood. Some may eat dairy products and eggs. All fruits, legumes, vegetables, grains, nuts, and seeds are strictly excluded. The carnivore diet is often confused with Inuit cuisine. Primary differences include a high proportion of organs in the Inuit diet, high seafood content, and consumption of raw meat, all of which are not typical for the fad carnivore diet. So, I don't like how this article keeps calling it a fad diet. I mean, I guess maybe it is, if by fad you mean our great ancestors, which, I don't know, the pre-agricultural age. Yeah, it's not a fad. It's been here for a while. And as we will show on this channel, and through the work of others, of course, it's quite healthy, and there's no concern about it at all. Health concerns. Ooh. There is no clinical evidence that the carnivore diet provides any health benefits, except for the clinical benefits. That does show it provides benefits. What to do? I keep losing my spot. I'll get better at this, don't worry. Till I'm a rookie. Yeah, Awesome YouTuber right here. Dietitians dismiss the carnivore diet as an extreme fad diet, which has attracted criticism from dietitians and physicians as being potentially dangerous to health. See Meat and Health. It also raises levels of LDL cholesterol, which increases the risk of cardiovascular disease. It increases LDL cholesterol, but that does not increase cardiovascular disease. Stay tuned for more. While carnivore diets exclude fruits and vegetables, which supply micronutrients, they are also low in dietary fiber, possibly causing constipation. Again, like I said, we'll talk about fiber. A carnivore diet high in red meat increases the risks of colon cancer and gout. Environmental impact. Criticism also derives from concerns about greenhouse gas emissions associated with large-scale livestock farming required to produce meats commercially, and the potential for such emissions to worsen climate change. See environmental impact of meat production. And then see also carnivore, lectin-free diet, monotrophic diet. And we're into the references. All right, so that was my first article that I read for you guys. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy this channel. I hope you give me a chance. Stick around, come back for more. It'll get better, I'm sure. And yeah, thanks for joining me. So this has been Thirstywater, and you have been listening to Beef, Salt, and Thirstywater. Have a great day. Bye for now.